I hate football. I don't even want to talk about football anymore.
Is that the problem this morning?
No.
Hmm.
I'm glad you think I have a problem.
It's because he almost lost his job over the week, but his general manager took the guillotine first. For our listeners that don't know, soon you'll know.
Jesus.
We'll have some pictures and videos, etc., up on a website that's coming soon to computers near you. Bean is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Doppelganger.
With all the laughs and jokes aside, you think it's Mike. I've been with him, and people come up saying, "Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Hey, Coach," and he's like, "I'm just a guy. I'm not that guy." He looks like he's a twin. When we watch football during the week and at our parents' place, at friends and family that know Bean, they all say, "Oh, look. Oh, look, it's Bean. Oh, look, it's his doppelganger. Oh, look," because it is him. There's part of me believes
Mike's aged a little bit. The stress,
like
the
a
stress is,
president.
the stress has hit him
Yes,
this season.
Like a president.
Yeah, this season he's aged 8-9 years. It's pretty rough.
He pulled a Obama. He came in looking good, and then you blinked, and that second term, he was
Yeah.
20 years older.
Not good.
I looked good, and I held a clipboard.
No, I'm happy Chris Greer is gone, and I think it's hysterical that they mutually agreed to part ways. But if you read Stephen Ross's statement, he's like, "I met with Chris Greer today, and we decided that we're gonna. I decided that we're mutually agreeing to part ways." Like, so you fired him?
We decided.
Yeah. Is there really ever a? I find it like super rare that two people that have worked together for 20 years just mutually sit down and go, "You know what?
Yeah, that's not how it works.
That normally isn't how it works." I mean, if the company if they were 3 Super Bowls back to back to back, and maybe Chris Greer wanted to retire, you know what I'm trying to say? Then I could see mutually agreeing to part ways, but no one's. You don't work at a job for 20, 25 years and not accomplish squat, and then just decide.
And when you have interest, then you get to walk through, and you don't like it. Too bad. I'll be in my office. No one tells me what to do. You get to pull it out and walk around with it like that. Who's going to say so? Mark and I have a business together. He has interest of 20%. We all do, and he's doing lousy at his job. Between the three of us, he's not pulling his weight. He's like, "My name's on that contract," so I'll be in there drinking tequila out of a Gatorade.
If he's like, I don't care what you think.
I don't care.
I'm still going to be here. And
I have a voice
Yeah, and you'll use it when you want to, and in the meantime, I'll be eating hoagies.
and take all the credit.
That's right. So we have to find a way to get him to a table and say, "You know what? We all just
Craps
mutually
table?
agreed," and we pay him off. We just buy him out. Here, man, get lost. We decided, and at the podium, we all just decided.
respect his family
That's
and all his contributions. And
Meanwhile, it's just demeasuring behind the scenes.
I read that. I've known you now for so long that I read that Stephen Ross statement as just a bunch of F you. It's like, we appreciate the time and effort he put into this place. I'm like, well, that's an F you. Like, and the culture, I'm like, well, that's a super F you. Because like everything he's saying is just terrible with the team right now, and it's like you don't appreciate any of
Monday
that.
last week, I walk into the office, and somebody says, "Hey, Murdoch, you look nice today." And I cut a promo that was so professional. I really want to thank you for that. I appreciate all your endeavors professionally and personally.
You're looking
Thank
good
you.
today too.
And I just want to say thank you. And I understand. And she was like, "Oh, my God. Just the way that you talk and what you're really saying." She goes, I can hear it. I can feel it. I was like, "Yeah, man, it's not my first day telling someone to go themselves professionally, because you have to say it a certain way in the corporate world." And so that's what he was saying. You read it exactly right. He told him to go pound pavement. What do you think, Mark? Do you think that Tua ride it lasts through the year?
I believe he shouldn't.
Okay.
I don't think he should either, but I think
He plays scared.
he's so scared. He's so broken.
I mean, I feel bad for him.
Oh, I do. I'll never take away and say that he didn't come. Fan or not, if you watch, just don't listen to anyone and just watch him play the game.
Yeah.
He's playing
you guys are fans, so you speak through fandom, and
So I'm
also
saying, but-
you watch football, so you.
And again, like I say, I feel for him because you know he has the love, the passion. He wants to. He's a professional. I'm the man.
I think he
Okay, yeah, you
doesn't
were.
have it
you're,
anymore,
You're
though.
not anymore, and I'm not saying there's anything better behind him, but when do you start to say what do we have behind him?
That's it, Mark. I don't think he has the passion anymore. Not
He's
that.
scared.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't love the game of football, but I don't think he's like, I don't care if I get hit. He used to have that mentality.
Yeah,
When he would run at
put that head
defenders
down
and put his
keep
head
going.
down.
Play with all the guts and glory. Now it's like, all right,
First
how do
reason
I
not
not
there.
get hurt? How do I
Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle! He's literally playing Unnecessary Roughness or whatever that movie, Necessary Roughness. Every play, if he doesn't have his first read open, you see his feet start
Sure.
Looney tuning, and he runs around in a
not
circle.
blow the whistle? Blow the whistle.
Oh, they say that if you play the game trying not to get hurt, that's when
You're
you
gonna get hurt.
That's true.
regardless of the sport.
And you could see it. You can see how he just carries himself. He plays that game now.
Yeah.
Try not to get hurt.
And if it's not, if he's playing well and he's playing successful and the team's driving, he's Mr. Swag, and he's like, look at me, pitching behind my. The second there is an inkling of negativity, he's like, he reminds me of my 9-year-old. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Throw you take the ball.
It's
I'm
just,
gonna lay down and take a
again,
sack.
this season for them, they have nothing left. You have to find out what you, as a team,
And
have left.
they started to do that by getting rid of Greer.
Well, that's. I mean, a lot of people
See-
were talking about McDaniels. No,
See,
he,
that's what
he
I think.
deserves a season. He 100%
I
deserves
agree
it.
with you. I think hopefully that Ross is the one that wanted Tua. Like, there's a real deep rabbit hole with the Flores and all this stuff because supposedly Ross is the one that wanted Tua and died on that hill. And I think the reason it's taken so long for things to move is because he, as an owner and a billionaire, has had to be like, shit, I was wrong.
How do you tell a guy?
That is successful that you
Right.
effed up.
Right. How
So-
do you do it?
Chris Greer has built terrible rosters for since he ran scouting all the way up to GM, so that's an easy target to hang on. And Ross has already come out and said, I love Mike McDaniel, which is why he hasn't been fired yet. So my thinking is maybe he does want to bring a different GM in, sit down and talk about, hey, the roster's garbage. Do we give the guy another year, without being handcuffed? Or I don't think it's all. He schemes well. You know how many plays were wide open, even again? I mean, like, they moved the ball up and down the field like it wasn't an issue.
I think Tua is going to stay in there another 4 or 5 games. I think when you're really
When they're
eliminated-
officially
yeah,
eliminated.
when you're flatlined,
You're officially eliminated. I'm sorry. I mean,
No. I mean, we know they're eliminated, but I mean, mathematically,
Right.
they could win
they have to show
8 in a row and finish 10-7.
halfway through the year you can't pull the plug, even though they've pulled the plug.
they're not going to beat the teams in their division.
Well, that may be the case, but you still have to go out there.
Yeah.
and
We're not.
earn
I don't.
your
We're
share
not
from the
arguing that they're
NFL.
actually going to make
But this
it.
is why you, do, in my opinion, why you do it sooner than later, because you still are technically playing meaningful games. See what the players we have on the team right now. Put the backups in there to see what can they do in these meaningful games. Not when it doesn't mean anything and you're playing against other teams' backups. No.
I think your point's valid, and I believe that's the right currency. But I also feel that the NFL and the Dolphins being a part of that, they're one of 32 teams that are collective together.
right.
You
And
can't-
NFL is telling them, "Oh no,
Right,
you can't do this. You
you're
can't."
not sticking out. You're not putting a guy. That's not Jackson Dart. You're not. New York did it fast and quick, and they imagine them not doing it until now. Then they're so bad, and then he starts. You got to put two out
McDaniel's
there.
also trying to play for or have them play for his job or his future too. You don't want to come out and get goose egged.
Two is going to keep
6 weeks
playing
in
for
a
a little
row.
bit, I think.
tell
I
you,
don't want
with
to
with
keep
his
playing, but I
condition,
agree.
He's your best case scenario for a backup on any team. But for
No.
his health reasons, and leaving him go out there game after game as your starter, I think that's where
To me, it all-
even him and his family needs to say,
Yeah,
hey, the
no, I
backup
agree.
role might be the best role for me now.
I don't disagree, but I think Tua's, at least for this season, going to be too stubborn to not step down.
Yeah.
And I think if
Sure
you're
he will.
McDaniel, it's in your best interest right now. All it does, if you keep playing the other guy's guy that just got fired,
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's another. I don't know really what his contract all in there. So there could be incentives in there. He has to get to something to
What'd you
get
say? What about Tua?
Tua. Yeah, I'm talking about Tua. Taking
They
him
gave
out now.
big money.
It could be money, but he could have the incentives. I don't really know the contract. So yeah, hey, I need to get in there to. Don't be the Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, they need 2 more hits, so let's release them. Same scenario here. Oh, he needs to get 400 more yards for the year or something.
Do either of you think that Tua makes it through the year without getting hurt?
Yeah, I think he does because he keeps playing that.
I think at the end, where I'll write a script for the Dolphins movie 2025, and Tua gets through week 12. They have closed door conversation, and that's the Dikembe Mutombo 1998.
Yeah,
You're hurt.
you're hurt.
I'm what? You're hurt. And then he goes to sit down, and then they bring in Quinn or whoever that they might want to see what Zach Wilson's got for them.
They have Quinn listed as the number 2 anyways.
Yeah. So you come in and you give him, you work him out for 4 or 5 games because it's going to take a couple of weeks for him to even get acclimated to live traffic instead of the pickup line at the school. You're going on the interstate. You're not going to the.
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mike rolls his eyes and looks up in the air and he's like, "You saw that, right? What are you doing?" Yep. 4th down. And the 4th down before that they were going for it was false start. It really is. I mean,
Outplayed him totally.
the turnover aside, they. Yep.
how are we losing the game?
That script happened just as we had talked about. Lamar isn't going to throw he had 100 yards. He threw 4 touchdowns, but he didn't have any yardage. And in the first half, he was skipping the ball off the ground. He was pulling Brad Johnson. He couldn't move around because they were playing good defense. Man, they had the.
Yeah, well, I agree. I agree. Why am I going out there busting my rear end, risking injury to myself to try to stop this guy from getting another yard, just to let my team screw it up anyways?
To every game, and they didn't lose because of officiating. Let me clarify that. But the calls throughout the league and every week that I watch, like the tripping call on Ollie, where he literally fell down.
Sure.
Sometimes you can fake that.
Yeah, but that was like you see him on replay. He's like falling sideways. Yeah,
He tried to get back up. He was
and
like,
then the refs huddled for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
because it was interpretation. It was, like, they have to call it across the board, Mark. They have to call it uniformed, and he didn't. It wasn't tripping, but they have to call it as they see it. So what do you think's next for the Dolphins? Just continue to ride it out.
Well, that's seems to be the plan for obviously they're going to ride out with Tua, but it's just I can't preach enough that Quinn deserves that shot in there and play with those starters in the meaningful games, because that's the talent on the board. Oh, he's going to come and play later in the year, the last 3 weeks, on Buffalo's backup, New England's backups. I mean, granted, the Dolphins don't have a lot of talent left on offense,
You know
but
what the Dolphins need? They need Shohei Ohtani.
I think every professional sports team, I don't care what sport it is, needs Ohtani.
The Dodgers are starting Ohtani Game 7. It's been a good series as we pivot to baseball. The game last night was exciting. It's been an exciting series. Back in the fourth, team goes up, team goes down in the series. Dodgers were up, Dodgers were behind. Now it's Game 7. No one hit a Game 7. I had #Humble had Dodgers in 6. You had them in 6 as well, didn't you?
No, I had him in 5.
Okay. And Bean had them in.
No, Bean has Toronto.
I waffled, but I said it was a 7-game series. I called that.
Well, here we are.
Yep.
Back to the Humble Express takes the by route, goes right over Bean Parkway in Game 7. So he called his shot, and he does have Toronto
He
as
does.
well. So,
Yep.
man, he's holding on to that. He's going to be our baseball guru. And the gurus, we've got to get in touch with Black Brian today for our hockey picks for today. I'm going to tell him, give us a shout. The Ohtani starting Game 7, Scherzer starting for Toronto, Ohtani's starting for LA. All hands on deck. As soon as a guy hits second base, they're going to the bully. So I'm excited to see that game. Mark had just listed some things on eBay. He has Ohtani rookie PSA graded 10 rookies, and you can't get a hotter. It's a piece of fat on a skillet, man. It is piping hot. So he sold those. I did a pokey deal, Bean, yesterday, and it was a corporate dude that ended up making the transaction. He drives a Benz, has a corporate job, and is a buttoned-up dude, wears a shirt and tie like I do, and he digs on Pokemon. And so he's like, "Yeah, man, I pay $7.50 a pack. That's a good deal." Yeah, isn't it a good deal? And I used the burrito at Moe's that Bean brought up last week about. It's a $32 bill.
Oh, yeah. See, I gave you a good example.
You really did. It's rich. It's right on the chips. How someone's gonna bust my chops. Someone bust my chops last night, but that's $6.50 over the cost. That's.
Oh, and
yeah.
you gave him what I gave you?
Yeah, I was like, it is. That's $6.50. I paid $37. I'm charging $43, so it's $6. If I sell 3 of them, that's $18 for 3 of them.
Yeah, I got to sell 6 just to get.
For 3 of them. Well, I mean, what do you make
get
an hour?
one,
Do you make
yeah.
$18 an hour? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go get these, and it's $18, and all you have to do to get what you want is to drive just down the street and give me $18, and I'll give you all of those things. You buy a Moe's, a Chipotle. You get a Chipotle bowl for $14. And then when you pay for it with the fee and with all the fees, it's $32. And you smile and say, "Thanks a bunch. Can't wait to see
Here's
you
another
again."
$5 tip. Yeah.
But you're going to bust my chops over $6 and give them $18? And it stops the music.
Yeah.
Because they can't
'Cause
argue that.
There wouldn't be a DoorDash and Instacart and Uber and every one of those existing if people weren't gladly, willingly pushing extra money on to the table.
By the handfuls.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people though. They actually recognize. They see that. we've dealt with a few of them anyways that they're happy to pay that because they make this buttload of money.
That's what
why
he
they
was
gotta
telling
do
me,
that
but
9 to 5 job.
if you throw out the making the money part, there's a legitimate service being provided.
It's a
If you're not
service.
marking it up to
Yep.
the sky to be an asshole, and he's
Yep.
not.
Correct.
So if it's like, hey, this is $10, but I'm getting it for you, I'm meeting you, I'm driving, I'm doing all this, so it's going to be an extra $5, then like
Yeah, it's
kick
my
rocks
gas,
if
it's
you're
my
not going to
time.
pay that.
Yeah, right. That's where I'm at, and I really hope that the people that listen to the show, I'm certain, as I sit here, that half of them hate us for doing it, and I'm certain that half of them respect the fact that it's capitalism, and I could sit doing nothing, eating Doritos and Hot Pockets, playing Call of Duty. I like to do that. I could do that all day, but I also I'm taking Miss Murdoch. I'm taking her to Boston for her birthday.
Oh,
That's gonna-
nice.
It'll
Okay.
be her birthday and Christmas gift. So we're going to go at the end of January up to Boston. I have to make $6 at a time to stack my chips to earn that. It doesn't happen because
Yeah,
they
you're saving for a vacation.
oh, you're an Irish gorilla. We love to give free trips away to those kind of people. You're a lucky fella. I always said that in business when they asked how I got where I got. And I was like, you think they just give blue-eyed Irish gorillas promotions? Like, I won a lottery? Like, it doesn't happen like that. I ask for the business, and then people buy you, not the product. So they're going to come back to you if you treat them well, and they don't care what you make because you treated them well. They can spend their money anywhere. So it's just a business, and it's just a few dollars here and a few dollars there. It's not the egregious 3X. You don't get those very often.
No, because I'm in agreement. I think people that scalp like that are monsters. People that build bots and take down entire inventories and then sell them
Right.
for 3
And
to 5
that's
times
the
what it is.
difference.
That's not cool.
Yeah. No,
But
it
like, if I can't make it because I have 3 kids and I can't make it to Best Buy to grab whatever, and you do, and I just have to pay you $5 or $10 more, and I don't have to deal with any of the other bullshit.
Yep.
To me, that's
that's
DoorDash. That's
walked
Instacart.
out- that opened a door and walked out of a vehicle last Sunday and said that exact script to me. I bought something for $15 and I actually sold it for $25. So, ooh, that's almost a 2X. Well, $16.50. And then my time, and he gets out of the vehicle and he gets 2 of them. And he was a local business owner. I was like, these are $45 on eBay. The market is $45. I'm selling them for $35. And he said, I know. He goes, I saw. He said, frankly, you're saving me the time. I'll give you the $15 so that I don't have to drive around town looking for this. I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old.
See, that's
I don't have the time for that. And then I'm going to get there and it's not there. He's like, here, take your $20. Thank you for doing the service for me. And I said, and I put my hands up like that, like preach, man. Like, that's what I'm telling you.
Remember when the Nintendo released like the mini NES and then the mini SNES, and it was like people were in line trying to get them and they were hard to find. I ended up camping out for 2 hours outside of GameStop to get one because I really wanted one. But like I kept thinking, I was like looking online and people had scalped, were selling them for literally 3 or 4 times what they were, and I'm like, that's bullshit. But I remember thinking, man, I would pay someone to go stand in
Right.
line for me.
Give them a $50 bill and you don't have to get out of bed. You can stay there and give them something modest. Thanks for doing that for me. I mowed your lawn. You're not going to... You get
So
to
that-
sit in your chair.
That's what I mean. These companies wouldn't exist if people weren't cool with it. So when people try to act like, how dare you, Mark and Murdoch trying to, like, no, nobody's.
We're going to have, as we pillow talk and baby step towards grandeur and world domination, we're going to have a website up. We're going to make a website that includes merchandise, the product, baseball, football. We tend to get that stuff. Mark and I get. Mark ripped a baseball. What did you get out of that baseball box, Mark? What was the? Do you remember what was the product? Tell them about what you ripped.
It was the holiday tops baseball, and
It just came out.
it just came out. and I pulled a 8 out of 10 Bryce Harper. And then there were a handful of rookies too. It was
Yeah.
it was a good box.
It was a really good box.
And everybody's fighting for the Bryce Harper right now.
What do you think, Bean, that Bryce Harper is a recognizable name? He's on the back end of his career, but he's still the man. So that's a good card to pull. It's stamped 8 of 10. You know, it's
Yeah.
and it's brand new product. It just that week that it came out, the week that we got it. So a Bryce Harper number to 10, just a base card, just a card. Number to 10. You know, what do you think that's worth? $50, $100?
$100, $150.
It's brand new. How much time do you have left on it, Mark?
9 hours, less than
Okay.
9 hours.
So it goes off today.
goes off today.
You have a buy it now of,
175,
and it is currently standing at
250 and 50 cents.
these boxes. We get boxes. The Cooper flag's legit. Okay, the hype's real. The kid is really exciting to watch in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 22 blaster boxes. Here comes the hate.
Yeah. How many boxes did you take?
22 so
Okay.
far. I mean, I have another 20 hangers coming in from Dick's. Because here's the service again, Bean. I pay $14.
I got to get you those cards, by the way. I keep leaving them at my house. Please remind me.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Please, because it's not on purpose.
That the hangers, I forgot about it.
My kids will open, no. Those are paid for. Don't touch the
Actually-
boxes.
Actually forgot about that.
You still have inventory.
yeah, man. See that? I gotta go over and bang it on the door. Says Murdoch's collection service.
It still gets me though. I know where you're going. In Cooper Flag, he looks good. Obviously, what he did in college, outstanding. But a base autograph card, base, for a guy that has played now 4 games, selling for 20 grand. That is absolutely idiotic.
Well, that's not realistic.
That's a $400 card, $500 card.
That's
We talked about it yesterday. The Shaquille O'Neal rookie rejecter or something when we were kids. That card was going for $500 to $1,000. Completed listing sales on that card was $12, $15, $16 this week.
a card that
Because
was
you
going
buy-
for
you-
a grand
you're
is now
buying
$10.
yeah, that's my point. You're buying the hype
Yep.
right out of
It's
the
the
box.
sizzle. You are buying the smell of the fajitas that go by
But
your
see, isn't
your
that more
table.
for the sports cards a little bit more than the gaming and collectible cards? Not that they don't go down, but I mean, like, I feel like the drop off is a little more severe for the sports.
It's faster, maybe. The collectible a GI Joe. You
Mhm.
mean that's going to have some kind of value?
That's to me like the Disney game, the Lorcana game. You know,
Okay.
and it's just, we're just going down the card road. So those were like no one cared and they weren't worth crap. But slowly but surely, it's like they've gone the other way. Like now I'm looking at pricing stuff, and there's like if you get a specific Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse, it's like
Mhm.
a $1,500 card.
Lorcana figured out that they were missing out on the whole.
But it's me like Mickey is Mickey, right?
Right.
And Mickey's loved this level,
Sure.
and it's never gonna get under.
It's iconic and it's
You know what I mean? Like a sports player, you might. I mean, any sports. That's why I say
Mhm.
sports player, not like a sports ball. But like, yeah, they're at the top, and the cards are worth 10 grand. But if something happens, or some quarterback those 18 interceptions, and no one gives a shit. Like Mickey's still gonna be Mickey.
yeah.
Pikachu's
he's
gonna be
iconic, and
Pikachu.
It is. I mean, he's his own.
Doesn't mean
Disney
sports-
is its own.
Sports
He can't
cards are a
do-
little more.
He can't do no wrong.
Mark and I talked about this earlier this week. How Tony Gwynn bats .316 for his whole career,
Mhm.
and he saw the individual stitches on a ball. He could see the individual stitches on the ball while it's being thrown by the pitcher. He could recognize that. He and Ted Williams, and there's certain guys that can see the stitches in which way they're moving. It's amazing, and that's why he was who he was. A rookie card, ungraded, raw, you pay $8, $6. Oh, find it right now for nothing, less than 10.
That's crazy.
Tony Gwynn rookie. Now, but a fling flong Bubble Mew EX is $900. How many home runs did Shumi Goof Bubble Mew hit?
That's what I'm asking.
And why is Shumi Goo Bubble Face worth $900? Why? I got the pink double star Fluminu. Ooh. And I got it $700 for the triple wing ding triple star Fluminu. Wow. How many home runs did he hit? Is he rookie of the year? Like, why is that card so high? That's the danger of the Pokemon industry. That whole thing. They're, for what reason other than Bean says it's popular, so I'm going to do it. Mark
well,
likes
other than
it, so
that's
I
why
like
I
it.
know they do.
We've talked about it for a year now.
They
It's
do
a
their
bubble. It's a bubble. The bubble is blowing.
It's a bubble to an extent, but Pokemon has had a basement and it's never dropped below a basement. I don't disagree that it's at a high
hasn't.
point.
The older stuff,
But
the
all I'm
scary
saying-
part is all this new stuff because all they can do is go back to that printer and they can run off
Right.
a million more
What
boxes.
makes a card go up other than
Rarity and
the rarity and somebody else buys it, so I watch it? You like to wear Eternity for men? You like to wear Jordan cologne? Hey, you like this, don't you? Yeah. All
it's
right.
you told me before it's stock. It's like stocks basically. It's just weird to me that sports.
Only sports is actually selling a product, and Pokemon
It is,
and
but
Magic
I'm saying
and
and it's
other
weird and it's way more volatile than the art version of it.
You watch all those shows, and every table is stacked with slabs, stacked with cards. They're all jammed, filled with cards. And they buy them and they sell them. The vendors go to each other. It's really like a vendor show.
It's weird.
Who's going in there and spending $700 on that PSA 10 Shumigu triple star?
Right.
Someone parked their car and said, I'm going to go in here. They're buying the experience, Bean. I believe that there's a lot of value in the current market because of the experience. I went this weekend with Bean and Mark, and I went to that show in Orlando, and I spent $1,500, and I got that, and I got that. And I walked through. It's an experience. You're paying for the experience.
So when someone else wants to buy that card, they want not only the experience,
I'll
but the
give you
experience of
60%.
all the experiences that
Now
card
the
is.
other experience. It was prom, and you're a virgin, and then you're in Vegas at 4 a.m., and you don't know if it's a dude or a chick, later in life. And you're like,
Speaking
whatever.
from life
It-
experience.
Yeah, it's a different experience when you're going to.
It is really crazy. I have a buddy that just he's been in the business a long time, but was like, all right, I'm going to start doing some shows. And he went to a show, was it last Sunday?
It was
Sunday.
last week.
And it was just a one-dayer. And he said he had the worst table position that you could have. And he goes, I made $1,300. And I didn't even have any Pokemon, which I was telling him about it if he wanted to take some. He goes, I wish I'd have taken it all. He goes, he goes, you would have sold every single
That's it.
item you had. Every item.
The Pokemon, though, the other thing that I think gives those versions of cards more staying power than sports cards are that it's attached to a game that you can actually play with the cards. Like, there's not like all right, you know what I mean? I've got
Mark asked me that question last week. He's like, "Hey,
I've never played it.
how do you play that Umbreon? Like, I mean, it's for a game, so that card can be used.
That's what
in
I
a
mean, like,
game.
it
So
makes
how do you
sense to
use
me
that?
that like if this card is a rare card in a game where you play, and if you have that card, it makes your deck better for the game.
Well,
and
what
they
I didn't
only made 10 of them, then that would hold a value up on something in comparison to the.
What I didn't understand is the way it was explained, and also you shuffle the cards. You're going to tell me you're going to put a $700 raw card into your deck and shuffle it, and
And
then
there's
play
also
it?
that.
Right.
You're out of your
It's
mind.
such a weird, because I get
'Cause
my
then you get it
weird.
graded. I mean, are you telling Logan Paul or whatever, the one that has the encrusted around his neck? Oh, he's taking it out, putting it in a game, and playing with it. You're out of your mind.
See, but then the way that this whole world works, to me, it seems like if someone if there was an A-list, I hate that he's even popular, but like say there's an A-list celebrity that likes Pokemon and has an expensive card and actually say Paul Rudd plays Pokemon, has a $1,000 card, plays it anyway, and it's not in pristine condition, but you know that Paul Rudd has won 100 games with this. Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't that change like the whole thing is weird. I can't get out. My autistic brain makes it like, there's something else there that we need to jump on to make.
Yeah. The economics, the principles.
It's just weird.
Is that you squeeze the juice out of the fruit, and
Keep
as long as
squeezing it till it's gone.
when the ducks quack, you feed them. When the ducks stop quacking,
You eat them.
you eat them. My old man put me on that real
Yeah,
young.
you've told me that. I think my first day with you.
Give them all that they want. The Cooper flags, and it's super hot right now, and you sell it. Sell.
Because
I'm not against it. I'm just saying it's so weird that it's the same world, but it's
Yeah,
completely
sure.
different the way that the
For
market
sure.
responds to.
It's again. I pulled a flag. It's not really great centered. Sell it, because I'll buy the one that is centered, and everybody's still gonna buy that card that I have.
So the website that we get up at some point, we'll be able to have the sports cards, the boxes, and Pokemon product, and baseball product, and basketball product. The Cooper flag thing has been. You won't find any product on the shelves anywhere. He's the second coming. This
Barring
kid,
injury.
Yeah, that's what
he
you've
really
been telling
is.
me.
Barring injury.
So, and it's that demand that you don't get a rookie like that often.
No,
It's
he's going to be the new
generational.
face of
Yep.
the NBA.
He will. And then, I mean, imagine Luca being taller and faster that plays a guard. You know,
Okay.
Coop's 6'9" and plays the one. He brings the ball up. So he's like LeBron,
Or like Tracy
But
McGrady. Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
just
He's-
like
he-
McGrady.
He's Magic Johnson, that height.
Okay.
And he shoots and he drives. And
That's
he
what that's
drives
what
to
you
the
said
rack.
6'9". That's what I mean. Like, yeah.
he is
tall,
McGrady.
yeah.
He's like Vince Carter
Okay.
with a McGrady body,
Okay.
with a Magic. It's
All right.
it's dynamic.
Okay.
Go watch I mean, he's played a week.
I've
he
it's
goes,
been
he
years.
goes.
I've had a grudge with the NBA for a while. I think
Me
they're
too.
Oh,
and
their
Mark and I talked
officiating is
about
the
that
worst
last
thing in the
week.
I
world.
can't tell you the last time that I've watched a full game,
Preach.
but the beginning of this season, I still haven't watched a full game, but I've probably watched 5 or 6.
12:15 a.m. I was doing my taxes in my room,
Yeah.
and then so taxes fell asleep because I'm a champ, and
Nice.
I go out to get a drink and have a heater, a little celebration heater. So I have a heater, and I see Mark walking out, and the house is black. It's
Porky
pitch
Pig in
black.
it.
And he wasn't Porky Pig in it. He actually
once.
he had pants on and a shirt like he was going somewhere.
Oh,
And
he
so
works on it. He's on a different
I
schedule.
put my he fell asleep early because get off my lawn. I don't want any kids up on the driveway, and so he was out pretty quick. I took the missus. We had date night. Went to a movie. She had 2 espresso martinis, so she was bing bing bing. I can't feel my face. Can't feel my lips. Can't feel my hands. Can't feel this. We got in, Mark, and she's white girl wasted, and
I saw
and your wife was
because
still
the
awake.
doorbell was barking, so I saw the wobbling in.
Yep. So I got her. I'm holding her hand, and we get in, and Kelly was in her room, and she came out, and I was like, "White girl wasted, white girl wasted." I was like, "It's her turn for once," and she laughs. So, but I'm sitting there. Mark comes out, and I stick my head into the house, and I was like, "Oh, you're alive, huh?" And so he comes out, and we were talking about basketball. To this point being that I watch a lot of college basketball. I'm a college basketball guy. I'll hang my hat on that. I watch a lot. And the game that we play, where do you go to school? Where do you go to
Yeah.
school? I got it like that. And basketball, it's my least of all of them because there's a lot of Euros in that league. Plus, here's the point. NBA sucks compared to John Stockton and Gary Payton and Dumars and Lambeer.
You could take that
and
all the way
Kurt
up to
Rambis.
McGrady and Kobe.
It was a fundamental game. you were allowed to. I mean, it was a foul, but you were allowed to put
there
your
was
body
leeway.
on
Now,
somebody.
now I watch highlights too, and like someone will
And-
take 11 steps and not get called for traveling. I'm
you
like,
saw that?
what
You
the
saw
hell?
that? That was
I see a couple
crazy.
every year, but yeah, the one the other day.
Yes,
where
Giannitis?
holy
Jesus.
shit, he stopped
6
drilling at the
steps.
3-point
6
line.
Yeah.
steps.
And
And then he made a move.
he took 3 steps, made a move, took 3 more.
It was insane.
How do you not see that wearing a zebra shirt?
I'm not a super LeBron fan, but I remember he used to get shit on for taking like a 3rd step, and people would be
Yeah,
like,
he was-
traveling.
he-
Now
'Cause it's
they're
traveling.
like, now they're moonwalking to the basket.
Yeah, right.
What the hell?
It's a dance contest, Dancing with the Stars.
But the closest that I've seen in recent years were the Golden State Warriors, where they actually still. Granted, they shoot the threes like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But
Green was their
But they
enforcer.
move the ball. They move the ball. It's just not grab the ball, run down, shoot a 3. Grab the ball, run down, shoot a 3. Grab the ball, run down, shoot a 3. Oh, you got the rebound, and then they do some miraculous alley-oop dunk or something. I mean, that's
Everything is ISO, ISO, ISO now. They fall down like a bitch.
Yeah.
They fake,
Foul.
they flop.
Foul.
You know what Oakley would have done? PJ Brown would have done. Lambeer would have done. Robert Parrish.
I know.
Robert Parrish told Lambeer, the next time you put your hands on me, I'm beating you in the face in the middle of this court. And he went down. So you watch that video where it seems as though Robert, the chief, bashes Lambeer with his forearms, just clubs him to death in the middle of the game. You're like, oh, when did that happen? He told him, you do
Do
that
it
one
again.
more time. You got to. They have enforcers like the NHL has goons. They have an
Yeah.
enforcer, and Oakley was that guy. What go to? Mike would talk about that. If he was going in the paint in New York, you're coming out bleeding. Oakley's not putting up with that
So,
shit.
I mean, like, yeah, and see
I'm
the
not saying to hurt people, but you
No,
gotta,
no,
you gotta
but
earn your
it
foul.
was a
foul
sport.
is
a foul is a foul.
it was a sport, and it bled into like the playground
Flagrant one,
basketball.
flagrant
That's
two.
now. If
Now
they,
you got-
if they do that type of a foul now, it is a flagrant. You know.
Yeah, but now they flagrant people for nothing. Like,
right. And that's why I can't watch the
That's
game.
the
the
thing.
problem.
It's
That's the
bled
problem.
over
I
into.
can't watch
it's
it.
bled over into playground basketball.
And I
You can't
can't
even play with
believe-
people because it's
Yeah.
like foul. I'm like I can't.
I
Like
ca-
basketball has
I can't
become.
believe the NBA upper echelon can't see that. Oh well, yeah, they want to see all these points. Sure, but still, play ball.
Yeah,
play.
The scary part is football is following
Sure, it is.
super close to basketball with that crap.
I mean, okay, I don't want to see anyone get hurt.
no,
You know, but I tell you what, you're also paid how much money?
right?
How
They're
much money
they're
are you
making
paying
everything petty in the game, and they're making it inconsistent like basketball with like, hey, sometimes New York will call and will pick up a flag, and sometimes they won't, and that'll just make people question things with gambling. But who cares?
You know, that was another thing that I saw on what was that? Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, their podcast. They were talking about, and they're talking about the gambling that was out now, and it's like, how do you fix it? Because you can do. Any player can change a game if they want to
Mhm.
easily,
Mm-hmm.
and of course. The gambling side, how do you do it? And Matt Barnes was like, you have to get rid of all the unders. You can't bet an under because now everybody's going out there to try to score, try to assist, try to.
Those props.
It's
they-
the prop
It's
bets.
prop bets,
It's the prop
period.
bets that
They
are
gotta get-
destroying all of the sports.
Okay, remember when they had that that thing that was happening at the beginning of the season and at the end of like the last WNBA season with the people that were throwing dildos on the field
Yeah,
and on the
yeah,
court?
yeah.
One of the guys who did it, I can't remember what game it was. There was a prize, like the company that was like crypto company was giving away like for people that do it basically. So the guy did it, went on the gambling site because they had prop bets on whether
Sure.
or not someone was going to throw a dildo onto the field. Bet that there would be, went to the game, threw a dildo on the field, and cashed out. And it's like,
Same
yeah, he
thing as
got
streaker.
arrested, paid like
Is there gonna be a
$500
streaker?
and made half $500,000.
Yeah.
Now,
Like-
imagine a third world country. Imagine any country, third, first, second, ninth, where your GPA, or your gross national product, what you export, is, lima beans, and they make as much in their year as you do in the weekend, and someone leaves that country, becomes a professional player, and has family and friends and you let them, they say, hey, man, will you throw one ball? Just one.
It happened.
Yeah.
Manute Bull, when he
throw
came
one.
over, he even talked about how, he couldn't go back because they would, or he had to get his family out because
Sure.
they would kill his family.
Class A, any of those baseball players, it started, the baseball, really, the water broke out of the dam when he's an all-star pitcher, one of the best closers in baseball. And it was his people. And he's like, all right, man, I'll throw one ball. I'll throw a ball deliberately out of the strike zone. And they're so hyper focused and tuned in baseball, the feds, that they recognized that a ball, just a ball, the guy throws, 40% of his pitches are going to be a ball. And they recognized that it was an errant throw, deliberate,
How do you recognize that? Because sometimes people.
inconsistent to a pattern. Everything's a pattern, brother.
How do they know what the point spreads are going to be? How do they know anything? They know.
I know things are
They know.
patterns, but humans make that hard because sometimes you can just throw a bad ball.
Preach. That's a fact. But
Not everybody's Randy Johnson.
Yeah, muscle
They-
memory is a hell of a thing, man.
I don't know how they can find that third world guy who's using razor wire as his Wi-Fi or as his, his router. How is he going to be able to? But they bet that, and they caught him.
That's
And there was a few other guys that they
bananas.
caught doing the same thing. So in basketball, the same. It's everywhere.
It's
You
paper
got to get
trail.
rid of the.
Paper trail, follow the money. That's the way it is in
gotta
any
get rid of
game.
the
I remember
clock.
being younger
So
people.
whoever's getting paid, who's that person? Who's
It
that
comes down to
person's
single
lineage?
people.
Who are they living next door to? Who's that friend? Who's that cousin?
College football,
and
college
that's what the feds do that are
Then
backing
he got
the gambling.
Johnny Guido, who's like, hey, maybe you miss a free throw tomorrow. you
That's
know?
the thing is, I remember the argument used to be, there's no way you could get a team to collectively throw a game, and I agree. You're not going to get 50 or 15 or those people that get on the same page and go, okay, you guys are going to play real competitive for 3 quarters, and then you're going to act. But one person,
JJ Redick hits 92% of his free throws in college.
and then how do you determine? Because sometimes you miss, because 92% isn't 100.
It isn't.
Do you know what I mean?
But what looked different on
Holy-
that miss that was different than the previous one? How do you?
But that's what I'm saying. You get down a rabbit hole because, like, maybe he got hurt and didn't say anything.
And then that rabbit hole exploits the. It
Yeah.
shows. It
Holy
exposes
shit.
that.
Well-
Oh my God, he had a circuit underneath him.
Yeah.
That was the next thing with the coaches now. Oh, they're not releasing that. I'm hurt. So I tell my family, which gets to another person.
Chauncey
that,
Billups.
Oh, so-and-so is
They were
hurt.
telling him which lineup to put in.
So
You're
they knew
putting
the
this guy
lineup.
in.
They knew the lineup. They knew who to play. Take unders. Take the unders.
Yep.
Take the under on this player.
Guy, it's 48 minutes in a game, and his over/under is 41 minutes played. And here comes a guy out of the game when they're down by
how
3.
How do you stop that? If us 3 are coaching an NBA team, right? We're the coaching staff. How hard would it someone ring up, go, hey, there's a prop bet that whoever's going to play over 20 minutes tonight, I need it to be under.
Yep.
Literally just for playing minutes, and then you
Yep.
call a guy who calls a guy who calls
Yep.
a guy and says put $500,000
Yep.
dollars
someone
on the
already-
under.
That happened a couple years ago. Who was it? Was the same thing to under, and he took himself out of the game.
That's what
He
I'm
took
saying. You
himself
bet on
out.
yourself.
He took himself out of the game. There was like 8 minutes left, and he knew he was going to, and he faked an injury.
Because I
and
was
took
going to say,
himself out.
how do you prove? Especially with muscle things. Oh, you start limping because of my ankle.
The guy's making $22 million a year. Why is he betting on himself? He wasn't.
No,
But his
it's 'cause
brother-in-law.
somebody,
somebody that
and
he
again,
loves and cares
about.
When you have the mob
Yeah.
involved, because there was another one where they had a made man that runs the family, and they were like, this player all of a sudden owed $400,000, and it was, we need to have a meeting. And when that player walked in the room and saw him, he shit his pants.
That's crazy.
I didn't know it was you. Whoa, what do you mean? Just because you're making bets with this guy over here, who do you think's running it? And he's like, this is now what you're going to do. I can't hurt you.
That's
I
why
can't hurt you because I need my money.
the
But
games
your
are all
family
jaded now.
You better do this. You better throw this. You
Because
better do that.
if you're Patrick Mahomes, just as an example, and you're not cheating, right? And you want to win the Super Bowl, and you're like, you mean it, and 51 other people on your team are gung ho, but I'm just giving an example because God forbid, but like Rice decides that he has something going on and
People get in bad
purposely
places.
drops a catch, but makes it look like, oh crap,
Yeah.
the whole game, you lose the
Cedric
entire
Wilson
game.
cuts on the ball, and the ball just goes through his hands.
Oopies.
Oopies.
Or
And
Neil O'Donnell directly throws it right to the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboy player.
Man, how blatant was that?
Oh, one of the worst ones was the Seattle New England Super Bowl on the goal line, and he just threw right to the cornerback for New England.
Yeah.
Like, we got Marshawn Lynch, but we're not going to run the ball at all.
When Neil, there was no one else that it was just to you. There was no one else in 6 yards, 8 yards. Not
threw
a
it
person.
directly to
Right at him, right at
I'm
his
like,
chest.
is that
you
blatant?
have to watch that sometime, and then you're like, oh man, that's Johnny Goodface.
There are plays. You see
No.
it every day. That's why I'm like, if Tua didn't have the concussion things, I'd be like, oh, maybe.
So how do you stop that?
You can't.
I don't think you.
Well, the only
can.
way you would is to make gambling, almost close as you can to stop it would be to completely stop gambling.
You got to get rid of the prop bets. You have
The
to get rid of
props is
props.
where they start.
You can bet
they're
the over unders
going to-
of points,
They'll shave that fat off the piece of meat.
but you
They're
got to
gonna
get rid of the player props.
The
That's
balls
the only
and
way.
strikes.
I think the
and-
over-under on the points, too, not just the player
Well, it
props.
can, but
Because
then
you
no, but-
watch refs.
Well, that's
The
when
refs
you
took-
get,
were-
that's when you have the referees getting involved. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You watch it. Like, again, the Dolphins weren't going to win that game, but they single-handedly stopped drives. Like, oh, penalty.
Yeah.
And when the announcers are like, what
They
are they
dictate-
talking
Come
about?
on. It's eyes wide shut, brother. You don't. The listeners that we have, wake up.
Do you
Like,
hear
you
Al
don't think this is
Michaels
a
though?
real
Like
thing?
Al Michaels is so old now. He's been calling out the league because the league's like the one football didn't hit the wire, and he's like it hit the wire, and I'm not supposed to be telling you guys this
They were
because they're
talking
mad.
about this on the radio
But
yesterday
it's like
Yeah, his
The
expose,
NFL straight-
his swan song. He's
with
you don't
Ian
care. He's
Beckles.
like I'm almost 80. What are you gonna do?
And Ian Beckles, ex-player, and he's even like he wants to agree that there could, but he goes, man, as a I have to have the integrity. He goes, I can't believe.
that's why I'm
that
saying,
there's cheat. I can't.
I think
he goes, I can't believe that there is.
Because 99% of the players, Mark, care about competitive and playing the game. That I almost guarantee that 99% wouldn't cheat because that's what they live to
Right.
do. But
Sure.
you can't. One player from every team. You're talking
Yeah.
30
There's gotta
people.
be at least one
That's
on every team. At
all you're
least.
talking about.
99%. That's 1 out of 100, and you got
Listen,
a couple hundred people on a team.
If you take practice squad and the full there's like what
And the entire
78 people.
coaching staff?
Yeah. So
Oh, I heard
100
this,
people
I
per.
heard that. You're
one
gonna pull
person.
the curtain back, and you're gonna not like what you see.
That's why I think most players get so pissed off because they're like, I'd never cheat. And it's
The
like
assistant
you
to
wouldn't.
the assistant to
Right.
the assistant. I'm Mark's assistant, and Mark
Right.
is your assistant. So I hear that you're going to play the double end around Ziggy on the third down in quarter 2, and so I let the other assistant know, hey, you know what? This is what's going to go down, right? Tell Johnny Goodface, hey, Johnny Goodface.
Yeah. You
it's
get
50 grand. Here's a little nugget because that's all they want to know.
exactly.
There's
Yeah. Like I tell Mark, hey, Tua might not play, but
Happens every week.
we're going to keep him questionable. And then he calls you and says, hey, Tua's going to be
So-
out for sure. And then you make your phone
yeah,
call.
yeah.
Neil O'Donnell's going to trip around this cone, and then get up.
See, but that's the thing
Oh
is you
my
don't even
God.
need that. Like he's saying you just need the inside
He's telling
information.
a story that this is why he's on the show.
Oh God, he's crying.
Yeah, we. I'll tell you.
Oh God.
Did he trip Neil O'Donnell?
Has the limitations been gone?
Oh God, did he commit simple battery on Neil O'Donnell?
All right. All right.
Should we add the tag allegedly to all of this?
Yes. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Someone that looks just like
I
Mark.
know a guy who looks a lot like me.
Hmm.
That was somewhere where he wasn't allowed to leave unless he
was
broke
escorted
out
by.
or was escorted. And this guy went to the quarterback challenge in Orlando.
The
And
good
I
old days.
think a guy that looked like Mark was there as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Again, what I hear. And during the event, Neil O'Donnell was a stud then. And you have to run around. You get the ball. You have to run around a cone. You have to go around another cone. You have to throw a ball at a target.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember watching those as a kid. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Well, the guy that looks like me that tells me this story is at the event. the guy who looks like me is about to take a trip, a vacation that is pre-established and is a length of a certain time. And then he'll come back. But he's definitely going on vacation. He watches the event. Neil O'Donnell hikes the ball,
Oh, I think I remember.
goes around a
yeah,
cone,
yeah.
goes around another cone, and falls down. Mark, do you remember hearing the story about the guy who looked like you that was there? Tell what happened on that day?
Well, on which day? The real day?
Yeah, the real day.
The real day?
Not the DVR day.
This is
No, I remember you telling me this story.
This
Thank
one-
God
this
there was
one's-
no
people
video
wanna-
proof of allegedly,
preach. Legend.
because locks in a sock would have been.
What happened to Neil? What happened
Well,
on that?
Yeah, he trips around, falls face plants, gets right back up, finishes it out, throws the ball.
And wins the event. He, from what I hear, you have to go around this cone, have to go around that cone, throw a ball at the target. He takes the ball, steps back, goes around the first cone, falls flat on his face,
Like a sniper. Sniper took him out.
and gets up and then throws the ball, and then wins the event. It was more funny than anything else.
Yeah.
He just fell.
Seriously. I mean, he won the event with falling on the first cone.
So you fast forward 3 months, and this is 35 years ago. It's been a minute
It's been
from what I remember of the story.
it's been a few.
And the guy who looks like me is now where he's not allowed to leave. And he is with a group of people that are not exactly going to the youth group. They are not going to church, and they are not a choir practice. But there's about 40 of them in a pod, and they all eat from the same place. All right?
They're all in a pod and they're not whales.
And they're watching a football game. So here comes it's a Sunday,
Give
so
me
the
some
story
honey
goes.
buns and black and milds.
And everybody's watching this event, the quarterback challenge. And as most people do, you gamble on that stuff. I take Brett Favre. All right, I get Marino. And the guy who looks like me says, "Okay."
The white guy.
What is that? Is your gesture? Is it Neil? I think you say his name. Are they gonna?
I hear from the story that the guy who looks like me he's do not put your hand in the grinder, man. Don't put anything in machines, otherwise you're going to get chewed. So he just sat and watched, and the event starts, and Neil O'Donnell gets up. And the dude, he did say
You're such
Neil
a dick.
O'Donnell to win. And he gets like 6 trays for every one because he's an underdog. I mean, there was an amount of trays, 1 for 1. That was the currency, was your food. I hear that they took the skins off of potatoes and then rolled them and put them in a window to dry them out so that they could smoke those.
Potato skins.
Those were that's a county, Newport. But that's again hearsay and just stories that I
You're
hear.
here nor there. You're good. Keep going.
So the game starts, and the guy who looks at me was like, they laugh. He says, "Watch, he's gonna roll around this cone, fall on the ground, and get up and throw the ball." And hike. He rolls around the cone, falls down, gets up and throws the ball. Bean, 27 men all at the same time sitting in different chairs
Break
on
their
different
neck.
tables. Just
The slow
do
turn.
exactly like that. Man, you know, the hairs on my hands, on my arms, they all like
It was slow motion,
the
like
movie where Sutherland, Donald, puts his finger out and they all scream because they're aliens and they point at them or whatever it was.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
They knew. And they turn and look at the guy who looks like me and he shits his pants.
You're like, lucky
he-
guess, fellas.
He just told on himself. And, oh, it's going to be bad. And so that dude, like, flatlines right there. And he laughs and is like, huh, boy, talk about how coincidental is that?
Wild.
Crazy. He continues to win the event. And so now that dude takes his food that he won because you can't not take the money. You're not going to collect in a county.
You're literally like, excuse me, I'll take that. Sorry about that. Excuse me.
Okay, lucky
Oh,
guy.
crazy.
But the fact that he called the shot in prison and then
Allegedly.
it happened was bonkers.
Yeah, that's bonkers.
Bonkers. 27 people. He'll never forget how many people were there.
And there's gambling for you.
Yeah, so it happens everywhere.
Everywhere you can gamble, somebody's trying to get over.
Speaking of which, are you ready to turn a page in your gambling? Are you ready to get on a heater?
I'm ready.
All right.
I lost.
Nope.
Don't
Nope.
We don't talk about those anymore?
Nope. Your wife listens.
Last-
Nope.
Last week was awful.
Bean, you know when it goes bad. Like you watch the movies and the dude, now he's eating cat food because he's missing work because he needs to, whatever it is that he's going through. Mark was in the grinder. I mean, he was in the grinder. I was avoiding him. I'm walking the other way. I'm making another hallway so that I don't have to walk down the one that he's going to. Hey, so do you think that Jokic is going to get 5.5 assists? No, don't. No, I'm not talking to you. No. Hey, how about no? Man, go back to ping pong. He's looking at ping pong things right now.
He's shaking.
Yeah, because it's the truth serum. It's going through. I spent $1 last night. Bean, I had $1. We know each other. We all. When I get up, I stack chips. When I get up, I take my money out. Every single time. It's what I do.
Yeah.
Every single time. I'm not Jimmy Buckworth.
You're not a
who-
chaser.
I'm not the gambler that goes all in and doubles it and triples it and tries to hit 4 games in a row. I grind out a percentage and then I take my money. Last week, I spent my allowance on a $10 bet on a Saturday. And that $10 turned into 47, which turned into 57 on Sunday. I didn't play any games Sunday afternoon because I didn't like them. Monday rolls around, and I got $57 in my pocket. So Mark and I talk. I talk to other people, maybe you,
Is Mark okay?
and
Monday hurt.
I said, you know what? The only opportunity I see in this game was Kansas City in the Skins, is if Washington can get up early, then that's the only opportunity because KC's a 10.5-point favorite. That's a lot of points, and so it was like gross. That was my script that I wrote. I'll take action if it presents itself, a turnover, something. And at halftime it was 7-7. Washington was playing with their hair on fire. They're playing defense, a bunch of turnovers.
Yeah.
And it was 7-7.
I have the over, by the way.
So how many times, Mark, do we need to tell our listeners? You're welcome, by the way, sons of bitches. Which quarter of the game?
Fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. Right,
Yeah.
Bean?
Yeah.
How many times? A lot of times. All we say is the fourth quarter. 7-7. The fourth quarter.
Yeah. What was the
is
final of that game?
28-7.
Oh, so some points were scored in the fourth.
21 points in the fourth quarter. You can walk it to the window. You could walk it to the window.
To the wall.
Make
I lost
all
by a half
those
point.
Markey gets beat by the kickstand. He loses by half a point. I've got KC laying 5.5 in the second half. So I'm already at the window waiting for the tender to come back from their smoke break. And so now 57 is 100 and something. Tuesday. Mark, I am glossing over. I am walking quickly with fervent vigor past Mark's atrocity.
The train wreck.
A half point.
He
$3,700.
pulled
I
Money
would have won.
Train with
Oh, that's the one you
37.
told me about. Oh yeah.
it.
Yeah, I forgot about
He
that.
was running $100 parlays, 1-0-0, and then was like, "That's not good enough. Let me hit it with a 7-0 on a multi-leg parlay, because that's how he gets down." I can't fault him. I brace for impact. I watched a brick thrown through a window, and I'm waiting for the crash. But it's his brick. He's allowed to throw it. He gets to buy the glass. So, hey, man, if that's what you want to do, it's not what I would do. And so he walks, and it's midnight, and you can see that it didn't treat him well. But that's the roller coaster that he likes to be on. So cool, man. It's not for me. It's just not for me.
A half point.
I take.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, on Monday, so I win. So I won Saturday, college. Hashtag humble. I got picks for all you suckers, too.
Oh,
We're getting
you.
to that. Saturday's good. Sunday's good. Monday's good. So now my $10 is $120.
It's growing.
It has
It's
grown.
matured.
It has matured.
Finished high school.
I come in from work. I see Mark's sitting there, and I was like, "Hey, man, how you feel about the Dodgers?" "Yeah, the Dodgers. It's Ohtani tonight." "Yeah, it's Ohtani tonight." "Hey, Mark, I really like Ohtani tonight." "Yeah, man, I think that's a good play. I like that too." "Hey, Mark, you know me. I take out everything and leave a little stack in there, and then grow that again, and then go out on date night with the $75 I'm going to take out." Yeah, that's your MO.
I mean,
Right. But I really like Ohtani here, and I'm on a heater.
So he's asking me, though. So he's like, what do you think? And I laugh. And he goes, why did I even ask?
Uh-huh.
I already know what you would do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, then do it.
So I walk around for 10 minutes, do it. And I walk around, and I come back out, and I walk back in my room, and I come back out. And I make the play, and I walk out of the room, and I said, all right, man, I did it. There it is. And I shoved. I pushed the whole thing on Ohtani. 8-3 later.
We know what happened.
oh, he put a little mark on there for you.
Yeah, I lose the game. And then now I have $1 in the account because I saved $1 out of spite. So last night, I forget the $1's there. Like, I'll
Oh,
put this at risk. It's $1. North Carolina, who, by the way, we bashed them and they deserve
well,
it.
I mean,
They're getting better.
well,
They're pointed north.
at this point of the season, can you really?
I'm telling
Florida
you,
was pointed north at the end of last year too.
North Carolina was really, 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 really bad. And now the hemorrhaging has stopped. They're playing defense. Go look at the last 3 weeks.
Did Bill start letting the
Well,
kids
that's what
watch?
Bill's all about. Bill's
Or-
all about that.
He's all about the
board.
defense. I look at the game. I broke the game down before I went out with Miss Murdoch. And North Carolina, they're they're playing better. And so they're losing. It's the third quarter. They're losing 10-6. I take North Carolina. The Blue Jays are losing 3-1 in the fourth. I take the Blue Jays getting 2.5 runs. And then I take Clemson's money line against Duke. And I take Texas at home money line against Vanderbilt. So I take a 4-teamer for $1.
Pays out 25.
$8.90.
Okay.
The North Carolina game is in. The Toronto's game is in. So now I have 2 games left. Money lines, not the points, just the money line. I don't have to lay 2.5. I don't have to lay 4.5. It's just the money line. So I have those 2 games left to win $8.91, and my early cash out is $2.90.
So if you've almost went 3-1 already if you end it right now.
I'm 3-1 on my chips as it stands, and if I hit those games, I got $9.
Now you're 9-1.
So here's Mark steps away for a second. I could put $10 in and bet again today because I get my allowance. If you and I, Bean, go get a boba tea afterwards, after the show, there's $7.50 a piece. It's $15 for you and I. So if I choose not to have boba tea and drink a water, I get to have my $15
We've had
to
that
spend
talk.
on. right?
$1 to $5 is
Cool.
not.
Cool, man.
If you're
So
going to spend it anyway.
I'm leaving my allowance alone because my dollar is at play, and now it's to win 9, and I have something to cheer for during the afternoon. My appetite has been appeased. I'm content.
So your bet's still going right now?
They are.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna let it ride. I got a
You're not
12
going to hit that
o'clock
early
game.
cash out button?
I'm not. Now I've got action for the afternoon, and I'm satisfied with a $1 bet because
I can't wait to get the
have
cameras
action.
up in here.
It's the glasses go up.
Yeah, he got
It's
real.
mother f you.
Yeah, professor.
What are you
with
trying to say? I'm not trying to say anything. Hey, Mark. So, what do you got going on this afternoon? With you got any plays that you like? Yet.
He's deep
I
research.
have yet to begin to defile myself. This is beautiful. Segue to college football. This is our. I took some notes. I broke some games down.
Let's get it going.
Stand by. I'm logging in.
I'm scheduling up right now. Hold on. Oh, no, I'm getting NFL schedule. Don't want to look at that. I hate you. All right.
Come on, what's the college plays, guru?
There,
What else can I lose my money on?
I have $5 left from my big wins from earlier in the season. 'Cause
I have
did
40
lose-
right now, burning a hole in this phone.
early cash out is now $3.06.
Ooh.
That's 3-1. If you
You
would
see
have,
how disgusted he is
like,
with me
if
celebrating
you
a
would have
$3
taken that
win?
part, if you would have pushed instead of $1 and went Mark and put $100, I'd be cashing out early because it'd be
Cashing out
300. You'd be up $200+.
And he'd be
And he'd
doing
go-
cocaine on a horse with no bridle, no saddle, nothing.
And bareback.
I'm not pressing early
man.
anything. Yeah, no.
Shooting his guns in the air.
Sweet.
So, all I want is $1 million and an 8-ball. The plays I have left is Clemson to win, -170. I could take Duke getting 6.5. And Texas to win at home, -160.
Let's talk about some of these because I instantly, right off rip, I see that Texas is favored over Vanderbilt, and I think that is bananas.
They don't have a reason to be. Their defense is real. If
Yeah.
anything else, that's all they have. Arch is getting better. He's still a kid. Their defense is good.
But watching both of those teams this season,
Vandy he's the man. He's the man. He's a Heisman front runner.
I don't know how you put Texas. I don't know how you give. I don't.
He hasn't played Texas defense. He hasn't played Texas defense in Texas. They all play big games.
No, but every big game Texas has played, they have not looked great in,
He hasn't.
even if they've won.
Pavy hasn't played in Texas at 3:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday with 100,000 people.
Yeah.
He'll be done at 3 o'clock, by the way.
That'd be the fourth quarter, maybe. It's a noon game, yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, here we are. I like Miami today on the road.
Against SMU?
Yeah. Miami's going to open that up. I think the
You think
over,
so?
I like the over as well. I'm
There's a
pulling it back
lot
up.
of
Over's
rumbling
51.5.
south. People, is SMU like a thorn in Miami's side? Because there's a lot of fear.
In what?
Miami losing to SMU. I listen to a lot of Miami radio because of the Dolphins, and there's a lot of
Well, they didn't look great.
the first
Last-
half against
The
last week.
last
Yeah.
game they played.
They had to turn it on in the second half, but I mean,
SMU, they're 5-3,
okay,
but
right. Because Miami being a
they're paper
10-point
tigers.
favorite.
Oh no, I like them by 20 today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought it down to 9.5. So get that number underneath.
So you like them by 20?
If you're playing a
You want me to? You want me to give them?
easy, man, easy.
Whoa!
easy.
Come on
Whoa,
now.
whoa,
Why
whoa.
not?
Miami, maybe some of that over. You could buy that down. The other game is Houston today at home against a hapless West Virginia team. Houston is going to open that up and watch Houston in the first half even. It's going to be Houston today. Illinois is home against Rutgers. That may be the highest scoring game of the day.
Okay. What's 60? Okay, yeah, the over/under on that's it's pretty up there.
Yeah, it is a big number. Clemson at home on principle. If you want a doofer that's going to break your heart today, Clemson.
Clemson's been
it's
terrible this year.
Yeah.
Terrible. I
Yeah.
wouldn't trust them with anything.
The other biggest scoring game, the highest scoring game, you wouldn't believe it. If you
Navy,
looked at-
North Texas.
That's the one. That's the one. So I go and I break that game down. This is how #humble. Be humble. All you humbleites.
It's on a main ESPN network, so they
All
must
you
think this is going to be a.
humbleites, Be humble. Stay humble. And then go to the window. Don't brag about how cool you are and how good our picks are. We break games down.
Right there tells you though they moved that from like an internet game that they put on ESPN 8 when you have the app to ESPN 2, which means
When you go and look at what each team, you have to look at the games
Mhm.
and then look at each team, who they've played, when they played them, how they're playing now.
holy crap.
Yeah.
Navy's 7-0
Yeah.
and North Texas is 7-1.
Man, I'm telling you. Watch it happen. Watch it happen. Bet you hummus it happens. What is
Who do you got? Who do you have in that game?
on ESPN? I'll take Texas at home. North Texas.
Okay.
But it's going to be 53-47. That's that game.
Because Navy's plus 200. I know we spent first half of the show bitching about gambling ruining sports, but
If you like a dog, but the points are going to be bananas. You're going to be down 21 and cursing at the TV, and then they come rolling back. That's a game to watch. The other
Navy
game
still play like just run the ball all the time ball.
who does Navy kind of they've
Have they adapted?
branched away from that.
Yeah.
You don't score 70 points a week by running the triple option.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm like, haven't thought about Navy in a long time.
Indiana on the road today. Indiana last year #humble.
Did we lose Mark? Did you piss him off that bad with the gambling?
He jammed the needle. There's blood all over the place. He used an alcohol swab. He's like, dude, I'll clean up after myself. But the needle, which is an 8 gauge, he has jammed that thing in his arm.
He uses propofol instead of propofol.
Well, you know, as I've told you all, I'm not
does
that
it for
big
the
on the college.
Okay. Indiana is on the road today. Indiana last year, I had him at 75-1. Humble. Had him at 75-1. They hit the playoffs. Playoffs. And I could have cashed out early. I did cash out at some point. I was a year in front. I missed it. This year, they're legit. The Indiana's legit, by the way. They're legit. He's a poor man's Nebraska from the 90s. He goes out there and irons and just runs the machine from one side of the field until it stops at the goal line, and then they reset and they do it again and again and again. And all he wants to do is keep the gas pedal on the floor. He's Rick Beamer. He is. Long live Rick, man. The backdoor Coven champ. So Indiana is a consideration. Florida.
This is
and
one of the biggest
Georgia.
games because it's the Florida-Georgia game. Florida's first game without Billy Handcuff Napier.
I like Georgia today.
Huh?
I like Georgia today.
I think Georgia wins, but I might put a couple schmeckles on Florida. This is a
Okay.
rivalry game. It's almost like NFL division. You throw that other stuff out the
is.
window.
It's one that has not treated Florida very well lately.
No. But it's
And
already
they've been ugly.
it's already been proven. Like we saw it in the first quarter. And like I'm saying, it has to last the whole game. But when Tennessee fired their coach, the first half of that game against New England, they looked like a different team. Cam was dropping
Yeah.
80-yard dimes.
Yeah.
I could see Florida. Florida has all the talent in the world and had terrible coaching. Mark, you don't really watch college that much.
I
do
mean,
you?
I watch it, but I don't know. I've never.
Florida's been in every game that they've lost against teams that were way better than them, and we're controlling the. That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
but some of the offensive play calling was some of the worst stuff I've ever seen.
Coming off a bye, not having the coach, having a new coach, win-win for the Gipper, win-win for the new guy.
In a rivalry game, and you get to partially spoil Georgia on the.
You got guys from Florida coming out trying to be nice and telling on themselves, saying, we can't, you can't think about transfer portals and who's staying and who's going. You got to go out there and win today. That's a quote. You can't worry about who's going and who's staying. You got to worry about the game this week. So everybody's hitting the ripcord. They're pulling the ripcord because they're leaving. New coach coming in. I'm out, man. I got to go. They go to Texas Tech. They go to A&M. They go somewhere else.
I think that also depends who they hire. Florida's still a big market school, and you don't necessarily.
It's one of the best
top
schools
top
to go.
10. As I'm saying, you're not necessarily gonna. There's. I think that was still fresh reaction.
They offered Kiffin. I heard allegedly. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. It was like an $80 million deal. Oh, here it is. Yeah, they offered $81 million allegedly
To Kiffin?
to Kiffin. They offered $81 million over 6 years. And that's from Gator Bait Media. That isn't something that I made. That's $13.5 a year.
Damn.
So
We'll see.
we got. You just stand by for a second. Thank you for your time. I will leave you with this. I'm gonna give you something free of charge.
We can
Utah
take
over.
5. Yeah, to wrap up.
We're gonna hit NFL super quick. Utah over today. Georgia Tech money line. Sexy play of the day. Georgia laying 5.5. Houston laying 12.5. Miami 9.5. Pitt on the road against Stanford. And NC State. The Pitt is over as well. The Pitt's been scoring points. And they hung it on NC State last week. Mark and I watched that game, and I was like, that was another script. I was like, this over is going to at halftime, the over was nearly there. So if you want to get involved with something, NC State always has overs. Pitt on the road against the Stanford team that sucks. But let's hit NFL super quick and tell me what you think. All right, Mark. Give me what do you have as a lock? Can I get Bean? Can I get your lock of the week?
You go first.
All right. In fact, I will then. We've got the Bears and the Bengals. Got the Vikings and the Lions. Who do you like in the Bears-Bengals game, Mark?
That's an ugly game. I thought the Bears were going to be better last week, and they kind of vomited on themselves.
Well, I'll
But
give you each pick in a
I
10
will
seconds.
take the Bears, though.
You're going to take the Bears. I'm going to take the Bengals because the Bears broke my heart last week.
Okay, never mind. You're
I
good.
agree.
Okay.
My life is a
We
roller
got
coaster.
the Vikings on the road against the Lions. Do you want to step out on that one?
It's
JJ is coming back.
yeah. But that's what I was just thinking. The same thing. But yeah, Detroit, they're starting to get going there.
Okay. Bean,
All right,
what do you
sorry, I got. Who'd you guys pick for Cincy, Chicago?
I took Cincy.
I have the Bears.
Old man Joe is hurt though. He might not. My pick is waffling on that. If Joe plays, I'm going to go Cincinnati. But if he doesn't, I'm going to go Chicago.
Okay. I can agree with that. I think Joe goes, but he's old. He's a fossil.
He's hurt. He's
got a
a
lot
little
of Bengay he needs
yeah.
to apply.
Detroit
DK.
over Minnesota. I mean, like you're right. I laugh. Yeah, walk into laughing to that because that is absolutely
Carolina, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Ooh, Green
like
Bay
it.
points or Green Bay to win?
Yeah, just money lines, but
Yeah.
would you lay 13.5 points?
I wouldn't.
I think Carolina came
I'd
back
take the-
down to
I'd
earth
take that.
after their little like, hey, we're not bad. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we are.
Is Bryce is coming back? If Young plays, is it 13.5?
That's what I don't know. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I think if he plays, I don't think they win. But
No, Carolina. That was fool's gold for a few weeks, and then they came back down to earth.
I'll take Green Bay. I'll take the Lions. And we got the Chargers on the road.
I think that's the lock.
You like Chargers?
I think that's the lock
All
of the
right,
lock of the week.
Mark's called his shot, bro. Mark has called his shot.
Even with the points.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Nice
Chargers.
beaver.
I think.
Bean,
Neil-
have you seen your lock of the week yet? Your eliminator times
no,
3?
I haven't picked that
Your
yet.
third life? He's He's
I have
Goku
the
for sure.
anti-lock of the week.
He's Goku. He gets killed and then he comes back to life. He's like, I'm back. What's your lead pipe lock? This. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be Chargers over Tennessee.
Okay. How about are you taking the Chargers?
Yeah, I'll take Chargers.
I will too. How about Atlanta on the road at New England, who is everybody's new darling? Drake May for president. Drake May for MVP. His cards are as hot as Mark's ping pong or table tennis picks.
Do you think the ownership group from Tennessee calls variable late at night and just breathes into the phone?
Oh,
I miss you.
I have New England on that one all day also.
Yeah, I'm going to go New England all day long. I mean,
They're laying 5.5.
they might win by more than that. There's rumors in Atlanta that Raheem's already lost a locker room, even though that they're not even.
Penix has played 10 games professionally. Calm down. And
I
he's
don't
hurt.
have any dog in that
he's
fight.
hurt. So once people get hurt. McCarthy gets hurt, and he played one
Do
game.
you think Raheem Morris is a good coach, though?
No.
I didn't say he was a good coach.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah, that's not the T-shirt I had made. That's not what it says.
That's my thing. Is I think I can see some credibility into that. He doesn't come across as
defense is
exactly
a-
loved by the
Okay,
players.
they got Bijan, they got Drake.
Oh no, someone
Pitts-
else would happily take that job.
Is it him? And when do they fix that? Because they're just putting Band-Aids on.
They're gonna get rid of him and pick
On
up
an
McDaniel
open
when Miami
sore.
fires him, and then they'll go win their
They
division
need to close
8 times.
that wound so it can heal, and they're not doing that. They're just putting Neosporin on it, and it's not working. 49ers on the road against the New
The
York
Giants are demoralized.
Giants.
They lost their
Scatterbo,
soul.
Their juggernaut's gone. In crazy pants.
Did you hear how bad it actually was? And that
Yes.
it exploded open the bone.
Yes. It was compound. It was out.
That's not
Yeah,
great.
but and they said the bone split in half.
Yeah.
Like inside of the bone. That's career. He's in trouble.
No, they actually said that they're promised that he's going to be back.
I couldn't ever make this about me on my 11th birthday. I had a compound fracture in the woods of Maine. In
Yeah.
the woods
Is there a better place to have?
of Maine. I think that's the only place in Maine is the woods. I was at a school with 13 children, and the principal was a carpenter because I was raised great, and so I go to this school. There's a carpenter.
Amish roots are
Is the-
coming out.
There was a paddle. We got spanked, and
I guess it didn't work.
the
Yeah, you're kind of a marketing case towards not
or
doing it.
cost what it is. Maybe that's the reason why I'm Red Dragon, just beating myself with a flogging every day. And so the ground would get moist and soft during the daytime. He has a truck full of lumber. He goes over the mud, and it causes tire. All the weight causes ruts, and overnight it froze. And so we were playing football, and I went out to catch a ball, and I turned, and my foot was in the divot, was in the rut, and it snapped, and it snapped the bone, so it was on top of each other. So my leg hemorrhaged, and it turned into an S. It was an S, the letter S.
Your S leg.
And my S leg, my Spanish S leg, it split the pants like Hogan or like the Hulk.
I
R.I.P.
see a pattern.
Yeah, my clothes don't fit. That's
No,
up.
you have a compound fracture. Your favorite player had a compound fracture.
I see correlation.
One of your new favorite players this year now has.
okay.
Some voodoo doll
com-
stuff going on.
Huh. Am I projecting that to them? Am I causing their?
I'm wondering.
Compound fractures.
Theismann, Scatterbo.
I spent 30 days in the hospital because I couldn't go home.
Ugh.
And the compound fracture, I have scars on both sides where the pin was in, and that was 6 months. They had to re-break my leg.
Oh.
So after the fact, my leg is like a quarter-inch giggity longer than the other one. And it's a compound. They said, you'll be all right. You'll walk and you can run. And so I did. That's also the hip thing. But Scatterbo, they say he's going to be okay, right, Mark?
That's
And
that's what they
It's
were saying.
technology.
They
It's
said
technology,
everything went great,
But
and that
being
he's going to be all right.
being okay and being able to play at the same level for the same amount of time that
I
he was
agree, 'cause
going
that's
to.
what I thought.
that's right.
That's what I
Just
thought. But
Like Tyreek might bounce back next year, but do you
Yeah.
think he's going to be running
He's going to pull
140?
Deuce McAllister.
well, he's going to have to come back to pay for some more of those kids.
Oof. He has kids like you have a gambling problem.
Yeah,
Know
maybe.
Know that. Never met a bet he didn't like. Never met a kid that he didn't want to have.
God,
Unless
we're
that she's Instagram model. Come here.
so.
Come
So I think-
here.
You get a kid. You get a kid.
Everybody's getting a kid.
You get paid, and you get paid.
I think no matter how heroic Jackson comes out and tries to play for his best friend and caveman brother, I think that team is demoralized. Dayball looks like he's lost his mind.
And San Fran's getting healthy.
He's getting yeah. I was gonna say
So I like
I like the 49ers.
I like the 49ers.
yeah.
We're
I'm
all,
going
ooh.
49ers. Yeah,
That could be my lock of the week.
I'm leaning on that.
And it's
the only thing
minus
that prevents
2.5, so I can take the money line
Okay.
and not get hurt too bad.
the only thing that waffles me on that is if Jackson Dart shows that he is
He
and
pops his cool down.
like he's like I'm here and takes over because Scatterbo went out. Like there's a small percent chance that happens.
it could.
He's insane.
Tyrone
You
Tracy
see him play.
comes in and handles business, and Wandell Robinson.
I mean, he
gets
was the
used-
starter,
Yeah, he was.
and
They've
he lost
been-
his job because of an injury.
They've been they've been competitive since he took over. You can't deny that.
I like
I
that
still like
chime was the agreeance bet that we all like the Niners. The Colts on the road against your Steelers, Mark.
It's the Colts all day. Steelers can't stop anything.
All day, all day.
All day.
yeah, they have no defense.
They can't stop anything.
It's really bad. Last week watching the Green Bay Pittsburgh
it's
game.
pathetic.
They hung with Green Bay. Aaron looked great. It's ridiculous
I mean,
how
unfortunately, the real MVP probably this year is going to be there playing. I don't know how the running back doesn't get an MVP.
He's gonna. I don't know anybody listening
heard me.
or talking that picked Johnny Taylor to be the MVP of the league.
And he should
before
be.
I know a guy. He's super humble, by the way. Super modest.
some say the most humble.
But
One
Barkley
could
didn't get it
even
last
say,
year with what he did. I mean, that's
I
crazy.
spoon-fed him as a child. I rocked him in his cradle. I put his books away.
Who
in
was the last
Wisconsin.
MVP running back? Peterson?
Yeah, and wasn't he co?
Oof.
I don't know. They just don't give
2018?
it to running backs. It just doesn't happen.
They didn't give it to Derek when he broke 2,000 yards in Tennessee. Yeah, no, they don't. They don't do it.
They don't.
They don't do it.
San Fran and Indy. A 2-team money line bet. Just the 2 teams to win. If you like San Fran and if you like the Colts, a $10 bet brings you $26.55. So a $100 bet. See? Look at that. $10 bet don't do nothing for him. Doesn't even start his car.
Yeah, but that one that you have currently leading, that was $1.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, if that would have been 100, you'd be
Don't
paying.
matter to him.
You
He's not
cashed out
He's
already.
Charles Barkley, bruh.
Ugh.
He's like, no, man, I don't with that. I don't get down with that. I'm not pulling a lever on a dime slot machine. I'm pushing the. Yeah, that sounds oddly. How
Yeah.
eerily
I'm
familiar does that sound? Bean.
They
on-
always put the max button right next to the play button.
on Thursday. The missus and I are. It's 11 o'clock. Mark and his wife are in a league, the dart league. So his Otani bets or his bets, his eBay stuff's going off, and I'm excited to see where it ends up. So on his way out, I was like, "All right, brother, I'll see you. We'll catch up with the Otani thing later. I wanna see where that ends." Yeah, man. See you later. And with him, you don't know. Well, I've talked about this on air. You never know where the phone call's coming from, where it's coming from, or who's on it. But when you see his name on the phone, like, okay, this could be anything. So midnight comes around and no one's there. The light's on, the TV's on, and the porch light's on. I go to bed. I was like, man, he's feeling it because Otani's going off and he's making money. So like he's having a good night, you know. He did well, and he and his old lady are having a good time. So they're tying one on. 3:15 rolls around, the light's still on. I shut the TV off, shut the light off. and I shut the porch light off. I think that, man, if he was responsible, he just pulled over, and just getting a little bit of sleep. There's no reason to drive when you can't remember driving. So the car's not there. And I see him the next day. And he's like, "Hey man, you had a good one, huh?" It's like, I thought you just pulled over. And he's like, No. Hard Rock. And I was like, "Oh God." I didn't put that in. I didn't factor that in.
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
So
At,
totally
It's
random.
it's a blank day.
yeah, it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. And so tell the story about your Thursday.
Oh, we were done playing darts probably 9,
Gee, with me Christmas.
and yeah, we were at the Hard Rock by 10:30, and we got home. The sun was coming up.
The missus said she thought she heard something at like 5 when the sun was coming up
No, we didn't leave the Hard Rock till 6:20.
because she was getting ready to
She was already gone.
leave. Was she gone? That's strong.
She
That's
was gone
strong.
when we came home.
That is strong. That is strong.
I wish I had the energy and vigor
And
of
he
that
was
guy who's
smashing
way
me.
older than I.
He's smashing the backs button
Yeah,
because he's not exactly coherent.
my wife goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Table tennis.
Oh yeah, I'm betting $25 a spin, man. Just going boom, boom, boom.
Oh my God.
I mean, you can hit the button as fast as you can hit
Is he
the button.
robbing banks? I need to.
So a 10-cent bet, he's like, "Man, I don't with that." So I tell him about a $1 bet, and the old Scott Hall, he don't play with it. He don't
He
fucks
don't.
with it. So that's that bet. Now, as we continue down the,
Oh wait, did we all pick? You picked Indy
we
and
did all
Indy.
take Indy.
We all took Indy.
I'm
The
torn on that one.
Broncos.
I,
What are you?
I
Oh, sounds like you're.
Pittsburgh doesn't have a defense, but man,
Uh-oh. You hear that? Mark, I'm going to put an imaginary wall up so that Bean can't hear us talking. What he's doing, don't feed the trolls.
He's over there fishing.
He's over there fishing. He's got your favorite lure, and he wants to lunk you and stick you on his wall.
I'm gonna pick the Colts.
He'd be better off putting a good old like $100 parlay out there.
He watched your pants react. You saw something happen. Oh, what do you
No,
got?
I'm torn.
Miracle
I'm
Grow
gonna
in
come
there?
back and I'm gonna be mad I didn't pick Pittsburgh. That's gonna be that. Game.
Yeah, you are. You don't regret it. Go with your gut. Go with your do it. Don't cheat yourself.
I
Don't
already said Indy.
don't lie about who you are. All right, liar. Lying murderer. You murdering liar. One of my favorite South Parks with OJ. And then
You
he just
lying. Yeah, yeah. I know.
Oh, I thought it was when you milked the dog.
that's your favorite.
I'm gonna go Houston over Denver.
I'm going Denver.
I think
I'm taking Houston over Denver.
Houston's starting to play
Yeah.
like the
That
team you
defense
said
is
they
legit.
were. Yeah.
Believe me, I want Houston to win this game.
Yeah, you do. Denver, they're also playing well. I think that they're starting to fix their
That
issues
Dallas
with coach.
defense is going to make them feel better than they are.
Yeah,
And they're going to roll in like, we just put up 44 points, yeah, against Swiss cheese. And Houston is
the
not
Houston
Dallas.
defense is real though.
Yeah.
no.
That's
No,
what
that-
I'm saying.
They lost some games, Bean.
Sean Payton likes to get puffy, and he's going to get puffy, I think, with the wrong defense.
Houston lost some games at the beginning of the year. They don't have Nico. They don't. It doesn't matter.
And they don't have the
They don't-
luxury of losing anymore, so
They
they
got Nick
have to
Chubb
win.
and Woody Marks, whatever. That defense choking people out.
And their backs are against the wall. Denver is 6-2. They lose,
I'm ready for Houston,
yeah.
and
I think Houston wins it.
is
Houston's
just barely,
barely
a favorite.
at home
so that's
favorite.
almost a pick 'em. Mark, who you said you liked?
I'm taking Denver.
Okay, I like that sexy action. Get big. How about Jacksonville on the road?
I see a lot of people picking up Geno Smith, including in our league, because I let him go because he's been just buckets of ass.
Jacksonville laying 2.5.
I think Jacksonville's. I know they're traveling across the country, but
like
Vegas
right?
is bad.
No, they're
Like
they're
bad,
two
bad.
asses.
They make Miami look like contenders.
yes.
So unless they wake up all of a sudden, which Jacksonville,
So I'm
gonna have to pick
a Jacksonville parlay as well.
Duval.
Duval. Mark.
Jacksonville with no Travis Hunter.
He's still
Yeah.
questionable as of right now.
They put him on IR, I believe.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
On the fantasy, I had him as okay. they didn't update
De'Ami
it.
Brown. Get
Okay.
ready for the
Gross.
De'Ami Brown show.
Rams over New Orleans, right? Is that one we even talk about?
That's my lock of the week.
14.5 points.
I haven't used
Yeah.
the Rams yet.
I haven't either. I'm going to go with Rams.
Piggybacking off of you. Look at him.
What about you?
Oh, I'm taking the Rams, but not for my
Okay.
lock of the week.
Oh well,
I already
no,
told
you
you.
used your lock of the week.
I told you, San Diego. Or
Strong. It was.
We have our own
Chargers.
records
the
for
Chargers.
lock of
Call
the
it
week.
I don't
whatever,
care.
wherever they are.
Whatever city.
At the
they-
end of this
Yeah.
season, we all have lock of the week records. That's what we So far, you're
Don't. Yeah. Hashtag humble.
Right.
Hashtag first place.
I got to go back and
Hashtag it's
listen.
not
I
a
think last week,
contest.
though. Who did you pick last week?
Hashtag.
I don't remember.
I won. Last week we didn't have a show.
We had a show. We didn't have two shows.
Well, we didn't have two shows.
Yeah.
So I reserved my lead pipe lock was just in reserve. It was like the
He's like,
steak
pick a
I'm
team
gonna
who
have
won,
later.
and that was what it was.
Is it being slow aged? It's dry aged.
It was like Miami, though, because you pretty much guaranteed Miami was going to beat Atlanta.
I did.
You can say, like, I used a lock on Miami, and they've won 2 games.
Boy, that'd be the audacity. That'd be the
Just do it.
most obnoxious move ever. Taking a 7-point dog as your. The Chiefs and the Bills should be flexed to the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Or Monday, either one.
That's
Jesus.
an AFC championship game. It's
Yeah,
nice
I
to
don't
see.
think
What are they thinking when
I
they
don't
put
think
that out?
Buffalo. I think Buffalo gets their pants beat off of them the way both teams are playing right
Oh,
now.
I believe it. I'm Kansas City all day.
Okay, Kansas City's just barely a pick on -1.5, so you can
But I'm
get.
just if you take the last 3 weeks of each team,
Buffalo can't stop anything.
right? Just look at the last 3 weeks for each team and tell me who you're more confident in.
The last 3 weeks is Kansas City.
And they are getting better.
Now,
Getting
that
better.
Buffalo
Getting better.
beat a professional team last week soundly after a bye. That was my lead pipe lock of last week. Was Buffalo and Carolina.
Yeah, they had 2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah, they did, and it showed because they won by 40.
Yeah, 40-9. Yeah,
So
that was their biggest win of the year.
yeah, and they're getting better on the defensive side. I think you're right about Kansas City, though. To your point, both of you, Kansas City's playing the best football in the league, and now
Season's half over, and I still have my Super Bowl teams in there.
how about Seattle at Washington?
Who's starting quarterback for Washington?
If it's Daniels,
I think it is supposed to be Daniels.
Is he coming back?
yeah, I believe he is. They held him out. He might have been able to play last week, but err on the side of caution.
You guys don't have a good defense, right?
I mean,
We
are they
don't-
going to go? Are they
Our
going to go
defense is horrible.
cross country playing their defense is pretty good too.
Jaden Lane and Chris Moore are your wide out number 1 and 2.
It's tough.
I'll say that again if you want me to. Wide out 1 and 2. 3 is McCaffrey.
Debo's in there now, right? He's back.
Now Debo's back.
Yeah.
Now Terry's back. And now we can play against Kansas City in the first half with a backup quarterback and be competitive. We were a poor man's Miami last week. We were competitive for a half. We were in there.
Yeah.
Mariota was running around like he was at Oregon again. You know, he's running. He runs. The guy can run. He always did run. And he used his legs. They game planned the right way. There was a couple turnovers, and it's 7-7 at halftime. All you want is a puncher's chance.
He's
Yeah.
a really good backup for your system.
He is a
because
really good backup.
It's the same guy. Although I think he's garbage, but he fits your
See,
system.
he looks okay, but see,
He
that's
throws the
another. That's
system.
another.
He throws a few
That's
bad.
another.
And then he hits
That's another.
Terry.
Tannehill would be an amazing backup in Washington.
Yeah.
He'd have been able to come in
Bring him
and
in.
run the same offense.
And we're grabbing
Ugh.
older I mean, the rumor is that we're going to get Kamara. You know, that there's
Okay.
a rumor out there about Alvin coming to Washington. I don't want a guy that's 55 years old. I like Alvin. Where'd he go to school? Mark, where'd he go to school? Alvin Kamara.
LSU.
Oh, close. Same church, different pew. One more.
Clemson.
That's not even the same church anymore. Oh, you don't watch college football, so you don't know the ACC and the. I'm looking at the reflection in your
I
glasses.
can't remember. No, I'm not cheating. You can
I watched for observations.
I
not
don't
my soft
remember.
suit.
Same church. So SEC.
It is the SEC.
It's Auburn.
Rocky Top.
Oh, that's right. God damn it! I
Yep.
do know that.
Yep.
Shit.
And he was a cool guy that had the nose ring. You know, he was the first guy in the league with the nose ring. Like, oh, look at that fairy. He's got a nose ring.
Whoa.
Easy.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
No, now nose rings are cool now, bro.
Are you getting one?
Maybe I already have one. Maybe it's hidden up there because I like to take it out when the party's right.
When she can grab a hold of it.
Ugh,
So we all picking Seattle?
gross.
I am taking Seattle.
Are you? Oh, you gonna go Washington? Seattle scores some points now.
If it was in Washington, I would take Washington. But
Well, it is in Washington.
oh, it is. Oh, then my bad. I am taking Washington. I did not notice that.
I got to be realistic. I always keep it real. Keeping it one humble.
They need a win.
They need
Oh
it.
shit!
But that doesn't mean
Texans
we're going to get it.
Texans did lose to Seattle last week. I might go back and revisit that. I remembered that I was watching only a little bit of that game.
It was a close game. I'm going to take. God bless. I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle.
I'm sticking with Washington.
Stick 'em. Then we have on Monday night the Arizona Cardinals.
Will any defenses show up?
I think Dallas will blow them out of the water.
I agree with you.
Yeah, Dallas this year is Miami of before, where
They're
they can just
slowly
beat up on
putting
the
things
crap
together.
The defense still sucks.
No, they beat up on crap teams and can't touch a good team. They're the
They-
Dolphins of last year.
Dak scores 28 points or more in 7 of his 8 games in fantasy. He goes out there. He's a flamethrower.
Arizona's what? Their 4th starting running back?
I think they get Bam back. Yeah, no, they're on RB4.
And I don't even know what the heck. What's up with Junior Harrison? Jesus. I mean, he was supposed to be.
I don't blame him. I'm not a Kyler Murray fan. I
No.
never was. He should have
No.
played baseball. He was drafted by the A's.
He still could. Go do it. Go play
man,
baseball.
Go do that, man. Go play shortstop.
Seriously.
No,
It's
no,
like
really.
27, 28. Go
But
play.
he's made so much money out of spite. He wants to prove everybody wrong.
Sure.
But he
Yeah,
can't
but take
prove
that
anybody.
guaranteed money and then go make more guaranteed money where you can play longer.
He's
as
the
a
size
baseball
of Drew
player.
Brees, but can't throw like Drew. And he can run around. He looks like a toddler running from his mom with a Capri Sun.
Oh, he tries to play like Lamar, and he.
He's at a playground, and his mom is trying to grab him because they have to go, and he's like, don't, and he's just
whoop.
Yep. Whoop. Running. He's got a little hoodie on. He's got his Capri Sun and juice is going everywhere. And that's what they look like.
That
And
visual.
so they suck with him in there. My boy, Jacoby Brissett. What school? You damn right. NC State for life, baby. He comes in and hangs W's out there. He's throwing the ball all over the field. They're better with Brissett than they were with Murray. And so now they've got the Tua. It's another poor man's. It is a poor man's Miami situation. What do you do? Kyler isn't the answer.
No, and they
they
paid him a
way
gajillion
too early.
dollars.
For
Yeah.
what? Oh, we're afraid he's going to go somewhere else.
Oh well.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah.
So now they're stuck with that. Jacoby comes in and he's like, I make $4 million a year. Let me go ahead and show you how to do this. And they won. They won.
Sit down, young fella.
Marvin isn't a mess. He actually throws to people and hits the people that he's supposed to.
But no one anymore in this day and age in anything can admit that they're wrong. So they'd rather keep paying and
Yep.
losing than
And
just be
they're going to.
like, we screwed up. Take cut. There's your money. We'll own this one.
If you could take a poll, if you were to poll the Dolphins, no names, it's total anonymity. It's totally anonymous. Anonymous. It's unanimous to be anonymous. So the question is, are you better this week with your backup, or are you better with Tua? If you asked Arizona, after having 2 weeks of wins with Brissett, who's thrown multiple touchdowns at each game.
Oh no, they lost.
Okay.
At the last second, the last 2 games they've lost.
His stats are great. He had multiple touchdowns. The guy's throwing the football all over the place.
Listen to this. The Arizona has lost by 1, lost by 3, lost by 1, lost by 4, lost by 4.
Sounds very Miami.
Whoa. Miami lost to.
Well, not this year.
Okay.
I'm saying, but
No, there's been 3 games that have been double digits or
Yeah.
so, and
Yeah.
then 4 games.
there's been a
that
couple
have
of
been-
bad ones.
And
You know,
one that we only want to put 3 points on the board.
No, they've scored 6 every time minimum.
but who would they say they feel confident in winning today with? Is it Jacoby or is it Kyler? Who would you start? You gonna put
I'm
Murray
not
back out there?
I never thought he was.
Murray can't find Harrison. There is no connection there at all. They have no chemistry. They have no connection.
And
Marvin
that
looks
and
confused.
that's there you go. I mean, are you going to keep putting your chips all in Murray's basket, or do you try to get Harrison involved in this offense and build around what you can do with him?
Boy, you want to fix that. You let Murray go.
And
you
of course,
trade him.
You know, losing the running game there too. I mean, James Conner's a stud.
Yep. Yep.
I was sad to see him leave Pittsburgh. I don't understand that, especially with
Was it the cancer thing? Were they afraid of him getting sick again?
Maybe.
I mean,
May-
money being money, a dollar being a dollar.
Sure.
It's a good organization. Pittsburgh's run the right way. They care about their players, but ultimately, are you going to
and
give
they
a
do
guy?
build the run. They build that pound and ground. You know,
He was a stud in
and,
Pitt.
he,
I love that kid coming out of college, man. Well, you and I talked about that guy. He's it.
but you know, you lose that, and then of course, then you lose. You know, it just snowballed down. Oh, so okay, you lose. You're losing all that running. What happens then? Does that shows in your quarterback? What's he now? Granted, he runs too, but I don't know. It's that old scenario. Like, wait, what was it back in the '90s? The favorite position on everybody's team was what?
The backup
The
quarterback.
backup
Giggity.
quarterback. So, I mean, that's the scenario right now. It's the backup. It's the backup.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know necessarily the backup in Arizona, even though, like you say, because he's an older guy. So yeah, if you want to build, you're not going
He's
to build.
like a Flacco.
You're not
He
going to
could-
build around him.
Mario,
But in
they-
Miami's situation,
Yeah.
I think you need to pull that trigger and bring the young.
well, why draft someone if you're like, well, they're never going to work out anyway, so we're not going to throw them in? Then why the hell did you spend draft capital
you
on them?
trade for a third pick overall on a flyer, thinking that Zach maybe who knows? I mean, who knows?
Come on, look at Pittsburgh already. Johnson. I mean, they took him, and yeah, you're going to be like our.
Yeah, he was second round. He was
He was going to be the stud, and they know right away. Oops.
right now anyway.
Oops.
Right now, oopies. Right now, oopies.
Super oops.
And who wins the series? Mark.
Dodgers.
We already know the
Dodgers
theme.
are. Dodgers are.
Is
Dodgers
it going to be
are
classic? Are we going to get a classic?
Man, could you imagine another
It's going to
extra,
go extra
inning game?
innings, yeah.
Something classic.
Could you imagine that? Or could you really imagine that Ohtani does not, you know, again, they try to pitch around him. Does he pull like an old Pete Rose type of a thing? Like, no, I'm going to try to do this. Even though you're trying to pitch around me, I'm going to take a dirty ball and yank one.
George Springer is hurt. Does he go Kurt Gibson? Does he go full Kurt?
Whoo.
You know, come off the bench. Yeah, man.
You know what's funny is on the show Wednesday, you know, I was like, so you think the series will be? He's like, you're like, yeah, we'll be talking about it being wrapped up on Saturday, and then like they're like,
Yep.
here's a
Well, you know,
couple for
here's
you.
another scenario too, though. It's
So
like,
much for 4-2.
is there something involved still in the media world to make this go 7 games?
It's so good. The series
It
has
is.
been
It's
so
one of the
good.
best
Even.
ones. It's one of the best.
It really
They
is.
look even when they play each other. Nobody's like, oh, they're easily going to win, or the underdog has to. You're like two heavyweight boxers that
Yeah.
are both 34-0, and
the
they're just
Houston
pummeling each other.
series that went back and forth with hammers, 4-run swings, all the home runs, the walk-offs. There was 3 walk-offs in that World Series that they played in, and the ratings were. You had to watch it every game. It was the 9th inning. It was decided in the 9th inning, and this to Toronto has the most wins come from behind in all of baseball all year.
And then you have Ohtani and
There's a
Guerrero
lot of
Jr.
magic. There's
Both with 8 home runs. Does somebody
Ohtani get huge?
does somebody get 2 to tie a Rosarina for the postseason record?
Does
someone, or do they both?
where's the? There's
I mean,
a lot of fairy tale
I've talked a
stories.
lot about with a lot of different people about Guerrero, how strong. I've talked to you about it. That kid is.
Does
whew.
Vlad get to do?
Do they do
fairy
the
tale?
exchange punches here? Bang! All right, now I'm up. Bang!
Man, the 9th inning, Toronto's up by 1. Ohtani hits a 2-run, comes down to Toronto, and Vlad's got the bat, bottom of the 9th.
Or does
down
it go
by
to the
1.
extra innings where Ohtani puts them up, and then Guerrero comes up
Oh, once
to
once it's
to tie it
extras
up.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, there's no man on second,
And there's
which
no
is
man on
which
second.
is stupid. To be honest, if you're going to
No, it
do it,
isn't.
you do it all. You do it always. I think it's dumb to begin with. but
Wait,
if
what
you
is
play
it?
the whole,
Mark
if it
and
goes
I
to,
disagree on this baseball. The fact that they put a guy on second now, when during the regular season,
Okay.
they put a person on second base.
to start extra innings,
Like a runner?
yep,
Yeah,
automatically there's a man on second in extra
the
innings.
reason why they do
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah, the reason
They don't want teams to burn through bullpens
They
like
don't want to burn through their bullpens, having to pitch an 18-inning game again,
that's called baseball.
and then you blow out your arms. So they put a guy on
It's
second
called
base
baseball.
and expedite it. Now, when Bean's team, the Rays, we're tied in the 9th, and the Rays are playing Boston, so we get a runner on second to start the 10th inning. If we score 1 run or 5 runs, the other team has their chance and their opportunity to also score runs. So they get the person on second base to start the bottom of the 10th inning, down by whatever it might be. If it is tied still and we didn't score, if they score that runner from second, just like in football where you score, if it's not a touchdown,
Yeah, which
I
they
get my
finally
opportunity.
changed. No, now it's even if it's a touchdown.
So baseball said, okay, we're
I didn't-
gonna
I
gonna
didn't-
save the bullpens. You still have to pitch, but there's 162 games.
and they're also trying to quicken games.
Right.
You know, they don't want people to.
No, I get
Oh,
that. I
bo-
just can't believe that
baseball's
wasn't, like, bigger
boring.
news that I didn't. I guess I don't know. how
But
I
the
didn't realize
playoffs is where I agree with the rules, and Mark doesn't like it. In the playoffs, it goes right back to old school
that. Okay.
because it's no longer one of 162. This one settles the series.
Gotcha.
This one means something.
Yeah.
So you have to start from the batter's box. And
Yeah, but it's the last
yourself.
game anyway, so who cares if you blow out the bullpen? You gotta
Now
play.
you're in the playoffs.
True,
blow out your
anyways.
bullpen.
True,
You're-
anyways. But still, I believe I believe if you're going to have a rule for the season, that rule is
Well,
for
football was forever different in the postseason than the regular
Now you
season,
can
which is
blow out.
stupid.
I think it's right. And the bullpen can come in, and they had to eat it up the other day on an 18-inning game. So that's part of your strategy. You've got to think now. Now it matters.
Yeah, they've played like 8 games when everything's said and done.
They
with the
sure have.
extra.
It's been such a good series, man. It has been such a good series.
Plus 120 for Toronto and minus 138.
Speaking of walk-offs, we're going to walk off the show with this. I want you both to give me the scenario. How does that game end? Who's the hero of the game? There's going to be a hero.
Yeah, I just hope it's not one of those games where it's like 3-0
In my-
from the
in-
second
in
on
my
and
heart
nothing else happens.
in
and it's-
soul. I really think Toronto's going to win. I have a feeling that Ohtani is going to vomit on himself.
Oh wow.
It's that scenario of
Sell
how
the
much
cards.
can you live
Sell
the
the
hype?
cards.
How much can you live the hype? How, he's got to feel it. He has to
He
feel
didn't
it.
pitch super great,
He didn't.
but he
wa-
didn't pitch horrible.
Nope.
But I mean, it wasn't what you expected and what you wanted.
I just think the hype
and what my entire
is
staff
too
wanted.
hard.
Son
It's
of a
too
bitch.
it's too much. Now, I could be wrong, and he comes out and he is Godzilla.
It's game 7. We watched
I mean, he's
so when
like
Bieber
Babe
was
Ruth
pitching-
reincarnated inside of him.
when Bieber was throwing, he was throwing a gem, throwing a good game, and they were up. It was 2-1. It was in that game against Ohtani. You and I, Mark, were watching the game, and Bieber puts a guy on first base, and they get up, and they walked out, and I said to Mark, they're letting him know if a guy gets on second base, he's out of the game, because they were up 2, and it was the fifth inning. No, it was the fourth inning. And during the regular season, you leave them out there. Hey, man, work through it. We'll be all right. They went out and they covered their mouth and blah, 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 blah. And they said, all right, man, you did great, Shane. There's no outs and there's a guy on first base. We have a 2-run lead. We can't with the siphon. We have to valve it off. And so you valve that off and you sacrifice something for the betterment of the rest. You isolate that. And that's what they did. So they take the mound visit, they come out, and he gives up a run or gives up a hit, and now it's first and third, and they hooked him. And that's what you have to do in the
The only thing better, wish it was Scherzer out there.
He's pitching tonight.
Get to see that psycho.
He's pitching tonight.
Yeah, he's pitching tonight.
But there's
but I'm just saying in
there's
that
hooks
same
in both of them.
scenario,
Oh, yeah.
that same type of scenario where they're going to come out to try to talk to him.
And our listeners that play daily fantasy, like I do, I like to give you the dumpster dives and the dogs of the day. I am an advocate for taking the starting pitchers because you get points from the pitchers, and then I'll dumpster dive on the positional players. Tonight's Game 7. They're going to be on really short leashes, and they both had just pitched recently, but it's going to be short leash. Neither of them are going to give up. Mark and I bet that Ohtani's, talking about prop bets, we sit and we look at these prop bets, and we combed through it, and we hit, by the way, Mark, the
Yes.
Ohtani ERA of over 1.5. His ERA for the innings pitched last game, I was like, he's going to give up more than 1 run. And the bet was, the favorite bet was that it was going to be underneath 2.
They have Ohtani for 9.5 outs.
So they say he goes into the 4th.
By the way,
Because
Scherzer's the same. They both have the same.
I don't think either of them get to the 4th inning.
Okay.
I would
Another
bet.
bet.
I would buy. Oh, that's my hummus bet of the day. Neither of them get to the 4th inning.
Murdoch's hummus
They-
bet
they
of the
pitched-
day.
They both probably pitched their 3 innings, both
Yeah.
of them. Unless one
You
of
give
them
up
is
2 runs and you're off the. You
well,
will
you're
not give
out
up-
unless one of them is really. If somebody's grooving, which they both have it
They
in them.
both can groove.
They both have it in them.
And then the Bieber thing happens, and the guy's on first with no outs, and Toronto's up 3-1. Well, if they're up 3-1, the starting pitcher's already out. But
And Ohtani is 4.5 strikeouts.
yeah, you got to get
That
4.5.
means
What's
the-
2 an inning?
That's yeah,
So no thanks.
right. I don't like that.
Because I don't think he's going to be in there. The premise of that is that. So the daily fantasy pick is don't take the pitchers, take the positional players. I'm going to take Vlad, and I'm going to
You
take
got to
Clement
take Vlad.
instead of the pitchers because they're not going to be in there that long to warrant the money. Stay strong, my humbleites. Stay humble. Make strong plays.
In bad decisions.
And if your name
That's a good thing, though. Strong plays and bad decisions.
nice,
The
that's
Mark
our,
story.
That's our slogan. the Mark and Murdoch
The
show.
Mark and Murdoch story.
Wow, we just cut. Did you see how we just cut Bean
Yeah,
right
no,
now?
Wow.
That's
Who did we cut out?
I
Wow.
I can't remember the
You
name.
know
channeled
what?
George
I
like
don't-
I've never seen.
Is that a Creed album cover? Take it easy, guys. Thanks a lot.